And what a win from the Bradford Bulls. We're joined now by Mark Dunning, head coach of the Bulls. What a win. What do you make of that, Mark?
I'm proud as punch. Absolutely delighted with my boys tonight. I thought they were together, connected, committed and dedicated to a cause that we've been talking about all week.
Is this a bit of a turning point for the club now? I saw you celebrating with the fans. What a moment that was, and I guess it means a lot to you.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. You know, we've had a period where we've been in a hole, and you know, when you're in a hole, sometimes you know, it's like being in a glass jar and people are pointing fingers at you, and took the lid off the jar and said, just jump out and, you know, let's have a go at some people as well. And God, they did it for 35 minutes last week, and then the desire today just not to get beat was outstanding.
Well, I spoke to you at the end of the summer bash, and you talked then about the effort of the boys, and that was definitely on display today, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, and I've seen it, you know, at our training ground as well. It's been there for the last 3 or 4 weeks. We've just not transferred it to the playing field as well as we could do. You know, and I had to have stern words with them at half-time last week, and got a real good reaction in the second half, and then, you know, that's like a different Bradford Bulls team, that, isn't it?
And Kyle, you were close to picking Lawford, I believe, as player of the match. What a game he had.
We were, you know, look, as any young half, you know, come up with a couple of mistakes, didn't he? Scored a try. I thought he was lively, you know.
There was a little fumble there, wasn't there?
There was a little fumble. Look, you're going to get that, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? Like any of us when we play the game, you make mistakes initially. He gets a vital try here, doesn't he? Through nothing really, other than just desire and smarts and almost a free will just to do whatever he wants. But, you know, I just felt that the stuff that Aaron Murphy did, particularly at the start of the game, I thought how Bradford started, he was almost like the main half-back, orchestrating the side around. And then really in the crucial part of the game, which was four times in a row they defended, then they got a bit of joy down the other end. And then it was 5 minutes, I counted, 12 minutes, 5 sets, 12 minutes in total. And Aaron Murphy to deny Matty Marsh in the corner, well, that for me won Bradford the game, and it epitomised every single thing that happened out there in the purple and white shirt of Bradford.
Would you agree?
Absolutely. I thought Aaron Murphy, you know, he's done 65 minutes consecutive in the middle there, and that's a champion effort. But I think he was one of many. You know, I think these guys picking a man of the match tonight could have picked anybody from my side.
Mark, you've been in and around the Bradford town with myself and the team a very, very long time. A Bradford man, West Bowling man. Obviously, you were assistant to John Keir, where things, you know, didn't work out in the end. When you took over the team, what were the main things you wanted to turn around to put your stamp on it as Mark Dunning's Bradford Bulls? Yeah,
I mean, my philosophy is I want to play a little bit different. I want us to go north a bit more aggressively, and you know, and play on the back of things. I want us to play on the back of faster rucks, and we've all got to earn the right to do some of that. So, you know, the initial thing when John left, you know, John's a great bloke, and everybody in the game has respect for John Keir, and it was picking people up, and we got an initial reaction, and then it was implementing change in a small way, Leon, and then, you know, when I got the job full time, we decided that was the right time to start implementing the change. And you know, with anything, change sometimes gets kickbacks, and you have, you know, some adversity in that. But we've done that and come through the other side now, I think. Just out of my interest, jump in. George Flanagan Jr. for me can be a player that could reach the very, very top level. We're talking Super League, possibly NRL. I know it's a lot of pressure for a young man.
He wants you to keep this quiet.
yeah. Well, when we're going to, in my opinion, we could do, you know, maybe 5, 6, 7 years time. But when we're going to see him again, will we see him again this season? Yeah, we put a plan together with George and Miles. Absolutely, you know, where we dip them in, dip them back out, let them, you know, regather themselves and go again. And testament to George, he's been fantastic since he dipped out, and you know, he had a great debut and played with his dad and scored a try at Odsall, so that was a dream for him. He had a tough day up at Barrow when Jared Samet kicked him to death. You know, so we dipped him back out again, and you know, he's ready to go back in as soon as we need him.
Look, you're going to tell me that there's still a chance to get into the playoffs, but in all realisticness, you know, given how the league table now looks, do you feel that now with those guys that we've just mentioned, George Flanagan and Miles, is there an opportunity now to get these games under the belt, those 4 or 5 games that are left now, and really sort of let them almost sink their teeth into a really tough pre-season, knowing that you've rewarded them for that, how they've operated themselves this year?
I think we're just going to go week by week. You know, until somebody tells me it's mathematically impossible, we're going to still try and get in the playoffs. What I want to do is start building a team and a club around these young blokes. You know, there's Miles Lawfords of the world, the George Flanagan Juniors, and with a couple of guys sat on the bench there at 18th, 19th man, you know, with a middling Marcus Green, who's absolutely chomping at the bit to get an opportunity. Yep. Young Joe Burton's been in the last couple of weeks at fullback and done absolutely nothing wrong. Again, he's only 20-year-old. So we've got, you know, it's testament to our academy. All but Joe Burton have come through our academy, and it's something we're really, really proud of. You know, and we'll keep putting these guys in the spotlight and giving them opportunities.
Brilliant.
Well, look, Mark, it's more mathematically possible than it was before the start of the game. So, big win tonight here at York. Congratulations on that. You go off and celebrate with your team, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Well done, mate.